I'm Jake Simpson, and this is my community service project. This year, for my community service hours, I decided to volunteer at my younger brother's AAU basketball practices. Why I chose this. I wanted to work with my brother's 14U team because I have coached in the past and wanted to give back to my community by helping out a local team. During the fall, I was refereeing youth basketball games in my free time, and I enjoyed my time helping out with youth sports. During this time, I also worked with a lot of the kids that play on this AAU team, so I got to know them throughout the fall and figured that since they were playing on the AAU team that I wanted to help out them as well. The process. My dad's actually the head coach of the team, so I jumped at the opportunity to be there to help out. I went to practice every weekend for a month and helped the players with various drills to help them get ready for their first tournament. I became close to the team, and I'm going to continue to help out and go to some tournaments this summer. My takeaways. I really enjoyed this experience because as an athlete I was able to make practices fun while helping the players learn more about the game. I talked to them about my experiences and stressed the importance of having fun and not putting too much pressure on yourself. This experience made me want to coach more in the future and try to have an even bigger influence on the younger generation. My supervisor was my dad, Gray Simpson, and he's the head coach of my brother's team, so he texted me about a month before the semester started, just seeing if I would help out and do this with him, and I said that I would once practice started, and it just so happened that the practice started right around the time we were starting this class, so the time kind of worked in perfectly. How my experience shaped my views on community service. This experience made me realize how broad the idea of community service really is. I was able to do something that I was passionate about and still have an impact on the community. And this was different than other community service projects because this one I was able to do something where I felt like I was actually having an impact rather than just doing something because it was called community service. I feel for me the best type of community service work is something where I have a lot of knowledge and can have a positive impact on people, and this is why I've always really been drawn to coaching and helping the younger generation. I would definitely do community service again. I really like the idea of working at somewhere like a Boys and Girls Club or a local school because I've always enjoyed working with kids and feel like I've always had the biggest impact on them. They've always filled the room with energy and has always rubbed off on me, and I strive to give the same energy right back. I'm thankful for the kids I worked with because they had a similar impact on me that I had on them. We grew close, and I will be going back this summer to coach them when they start to play tournaments. And why community service is so important. It's so important because it brings out the good in all of us and takes away our differences as people. Throughout my experience, I felt very impactful and was able to make connections I never would have made before. Community service allows us to give back to our community while helping those in need in hopes that they will return the favor to someone else one day. This connects to my experience because I hope that some of these players will grow up and want to help the younger generation when they grow up like I was able to help them. I will hold this experience with me going forward and will always think back to this when I do community service in the future.